How did the product of 1,000 miracles overdose on a bottle of sleeping pills?
So Benji tried to take his life. It just dawned on me, the title of this film, A Real Pain. I feel like I need to sit with that for a minute. Hey guys, welcome to NicFlicks. I'm Nicole. I'm so happy you're joining me today because we're reacting to a movie called A Real Pain. This movie is a heartfelt, semi-road trip buddy comedy movie. It was directed by Jesse Eisenberg and co-stars Kieran Culkin, who won an Oscar for his role as Best Supporting Actor. It takes place across Poland and it even features Eisenberg's family home in one of the sets. This story is about confronting the pain of our past and exploring family dynamics in the midst of that. I have very high expectations, so hopefully those are met. And I also have my tissue box ready. Opening with Chopin.
Hey, Benji, I'm sorry I'm leaving so many messages.
That is me.
Sorry, you
That
can
is me.
ignore them because
Make sure you're there early.
Yeah. Okay,
The other guy's already there, though.
Do another message. Okay, bye. You're like, I don't know, on your way. Anyway, just ring me when you get this.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Already we see who this character is. High anxiety levels.
Come here.
And need for control. I haven't been to the airport in so long.
That's what I do. That's
It's
my
cool,
job.
man.
I sell
It's cool. It's okay. You're making the world go around. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's not your fault. You're just like part of a.
It's not your
system.
fault.
I think they want us to pay attention.
Already, I have so much anxiety just watching these two try to interact. It's clear they have not been together for a long time. Again with the classical music. It's beautiful, but it's causing me some stress. Does he have a son? Oh my goodness. What a cutie. That feeling when you get to a new country and you're driving away from the airport. I love that.
Evelyn, Benjamin, and David, I have our passports here.
Yes, of course. Welcome.
Okay, so Ben and David, now I know their names.
And I think I have a package for you.
Wait, so you mailed yourself weed?
Oh man, I mailed us weed.
He mailed the
Taking it through the
weed.
airport.
No.
Really?
Yes, really. Did you not see how nervous I was?
No weird feet knuckles or straight hairs or anything. Very classy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I never really evaluated them, I guess.
If this is not a cousin conversation, I don't know what is.
Don't you have a phone?
Oh, that's so
Yeah, it
sad.
doesn't play music.
You can tell he's clearly struggling.
Benjamin?
Hi, yeah, you're James.
Yes, I am James.
This is something I would love to do, is join a group tour in another country and just meet people and have an experience that you will just never be able to have again.
I am Marcia Kramer.
Hi, Marcia.
Boring. Mark's family was from here, down in Lublin.
Hi, I'm Eloge.
Eloge.
As you
Love
might have
that
guessed,
name.
I was not born Jewish.
I'm just interested in people from other places. It's like I'm a fan, basically. Keep going, dude.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, don't apologize for other people.
So, Davers and I are cousins. We were born 3 weeks apart, which is kind of nuts. And I've just been like in a real funk, I guess, since she died. Just haven't.
So this might be the source of his behavior and just the sadness we see in this
She's just my favorite
character.
person in the world. And this geriatric Polish tour with you fine people.
He called it a geriatric Polish tour.
Okay, if everyone could gather over here just for a moment. Now, it may seem obvious, but word of warning. This will be a tour about pain. Pain and suffering and loss, there's no getting around that.
I'm not ready, but I'm ready.
It's also a tour that celebrates the people, the most resilient people.
That's so true. And that's always the case. Pain and resiliency, we see it time after time in the history of the world with people groups who have just gone through atrocious things against a bigger power, and they have been so resilient.
Marcia.
I love
Talk to her.
Benji's character. I think he's just kind.
Hey.
Thanks.
Thanks?
Yeah, no, I mean, I saved this. I didn't know if you were gonna... Yeah, sit over there.
Nah, man, I don't think we should be talking about her behind her back.
Okay. I mean, I was just asking.
I know, but still.
Weird soup, right?
I can't wait for all of this tension between David and Benji to just come to a head and see what happens between them.
You should pose with the guys. It'll be hysterical.
Doesn't that seem like disrespectful? Or
Is that disrespectful? We're on their side.
There's the dynamic. That's the dynamic between them. They're such opposites. And personally, if I was going on a tour, I would hate to have someone like David in my group. Even though I'm probably more like him than I would like to admit.
Are you sure you don't want to go up there?
No, it's fine. I got some good shots earlier when it was, like, empty.
Down to the plane. Or are you the actual plane?
I guess I am the plane.
This is the kind of person we all need in our lives. Like, he's pushing boundaries in a way that is gentle and not dangerous. We all need to get outside of our comfort zone sometimes.
Why are we in here?
So, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here with me. I know that it's tough for you to take time
I
off
love
work
how he
and
does
leave
this
your
in
boy.
the bathroom.
I really needed this man.
Really? That's great.
Is it the kind that helps you sleep?
No, it's the other guy.
He's absolutely not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
How you feeling? Like an awesome guy stuck inside the body of somebody who's always running late.
He nailed
You're
it.
kind of a lightweight.
Part of our tour package included are these first class tickets.
Dude, I think we should move.
What?
I think you should move to another train car.
What do you mean?
We are Jews on a train in Poland. And sitting up here when 80 years ago we would have been herded into the backs of the things like cattle.
It's so true.
I'm gonna go to the back of the train now, okay?
I think Benji is on this trip for a few different reasons, but also he seems to feel deeply the past and the uncomfortable elements of their family history and why it's important to still acknowledge it today, because we do get complacent. There's a tension there because it's nobody's fault that they're first class. They don't have the trains like they did back then. I really love this complicated character in Benji, and Kieran Culkin's doing a great job.
You can't walk around the world being happy all the time.
So true. But what do you do with that? Where do you put it? If you can't be happy, but you don't want to be sad, you want to hold space for the areas of your life that need remembrance, but you also want to live in the moment and not dwell on the harsh realities all around you. I mean, anybody at any time could talk about that. I mean, our world right now is scary. There's so many questions. So where do you carry all of that? And what moments do you spend focusing on those things? And what moments do you spend focusing on now and the joy of now? I really like the questions that they're asking in this movie. I don't know if anybody else got that from that scene, but that's what I got. Let's not stare at people while they sleep.
We gotta go. Come here.
They got off on the wrong stop. I already know.
Yeah, we're not at the right station, dude.
Knew it.
Sorry, what?
Called it.
Yeah. You were having such a good nap, dude.
Jesus
you were like,
Christ, we were on a
"I'm
tour
sorry."
group
Yeah,
with
I know, I
people.
just didn't have the heart to wake you up.
I would 100% be reacting the way David is. I would be so mad.
So we just get on a train going in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
And we don't even have to pay for tickets. We just avoid the conductor until we get there. Moving, we stay light, we stay agile.
Yeah.
The conductor's gonna come through taking tickets. We tell him we're going to the bathroom.
Bathroom,
He gets
okay.
to the back of the train, he's gonna start heading towards the front looking for stragglers.
Sorry, we're the stragglers?
I don't know if Jesse Eisenberg also wrote this film, but it's funny.
And we have our tickets.
Shut up. So the classical music is growing on me. It's growing on me. You can see already just the evolution of David's character and the unraveling of the threads.
We're in first class.
I love it. There's big moments and little moments
Hi.
of
Sorry.
feeling those
Get ready.
feelings.
Sorry, we're late.
He
Dave
blames
fell
it on
asleep.
Dave.
I was thinking about what you said on the train about understanding suffering. Yeah, it really stirred me.
I find myself constantly baffled by the way the world seems to carry on like there aren't a million reasons to be shocked.
We numb ourselves to avoid thinking about our impact.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Seems like maybe there's like a time and a place to grieve.
We're on a Holocaust tour. If now is not the time and place to grieve, to open up, I don't know what to tell you, man.
See, they're both right. But specifically, If you're on a Holocaust tour, yeah, that's the time to grieve. That's the time to feel everything.
I think it's just the constant barrage of stats. It's making this whole thing feel very cold, you know? I just think we've been, like, completely cut off from anything that's, like, real, you know?
It's all real, Benji.
I haven't had any interaction with somebody who's, like, from here. You know what I mean? We've just been going from one touristy thing to another touristy thing to
Yeah, no, but that
you
sort
know?
of is what a tour is, though, isn't it?
Honestly, it's like a mostly amazing tour. I mean it, man.
This is the oldest tombstone in all of Poland, and it belongs to a man called Jacob Korpelman Levi, who was a real human person who lived. I like to think it's just a simple, warm gesture to say, you're not forgotten.
He has a point, though, because when you do a tour, you do these things. You visit the hotspots, you learn some stuff, but you don't sit down and break bread with people who have lived that life. And those are the real experiences that matter. Those are the ones that change you and offer up a different type of perspective. Just to hear somebody else's story and to just listen and absorb it, that's what we need as community more. And so I think he's kind of right. But also, he's on a tour, which you do touristy things when you're on a tour.
Our grandmother,
Grandma Dory.
whose house we're seeing on Thursday, was also just this, amazing woman. She was just like one of these, like, bygone realist types that you don't see anymore, just like blunt and tough. She and Benji had some, like, special secret language thing.
I used to speak to her every Thursday. It was tough on me, keep me honest, everyone else just disappeared and I needed them most.
Sorry about him.
You don't need to apologize for Benji, David. You just don't need to.
Like, he's sensitive and he, like, sees people so clearly, but then you say the wrong thing and, like, something switches.
And there it is.
He's clearly in pain.
Yeah, but isn't everyone in pain in some way?
We're all in pain, but I think you can't dismiss someone in pain by saying we're all in pain.
Well, you seem okay.
I'm not, though. I'm not. I don't feel the need to, like, burden everybody with it. I love him, and I hate him. How did this guy come from the survivors of this place, How did the product of 1,000 miracles overdose on a bottle of sleeping pills?
So Benji tried to take his life. It just dawned on me, the title of this film, A Real Pain. I feel like I need to sit with that for a minute. You do something really, really well when you make a movie, and the title it resonates through the entire thing. A Real Pain.
And I know he is so funny and so charming.
But
and
he's
you are
in
all
so
gonna
much
walk away
pain.
with this picture of this amazing man, which he totally is in so many ways.
He can't, for the life of him, understand what Benji is going through. And that is a part of Benji's pain. And it's not fair to Benji because has David tried to understand that? Has he ever tried to understand him? This is a reminder that, like, we can't abandon family. And again, there's exceptions to every rule, but the majority of families, I feel like, are people who are just trying to understand and be understood.
So if I could just get everyone's attention just for a moment. Today is going to be quite a taxing day. If you've never been to a concentration camp before, it can be pretty overwhelming.
It's clear so much care went into filming this movie.
Life
I
continuing
love a
on.
good walking shot.
A
I love a
bustling
good
town
walking
centre,
shot.
So before we head in, I might be a little bit sparser with my information overload today.
This is where you should really feel the history. These types of places where you can imagine decades ago the people that were there.
Grabbed his whip and herded us towards the bathhouse. There, once our hair was cut and shaved from our entire bodies, we went into the next room.
How humiliating and dehumanizing.
This is the gas chamber.
Oh my gosh.
The blue stains on the walls are residue from the deadly gas.
horrific.
The ovens.
The ovens. Stop. This is our history of humanity. And we would do this to each other. It's disgraceful. And it breaks my heart. We will always be divided. And why? Because we're different. I think anybody experiencing that should feel sick. I have a hard time feeling something and then just moving on from it. It stays with me.
The boys are staying here for another night and then finishing their pilgrimage to see Grandma Dory's house.
I miss all you guys.
You're a good guy, Benji.
No, you are. You mean that, really?
Let play shallow.
Thanks.
Go in
Travel
peace,
safe
my
for now.
friend.
Been doing this for 5.5 years. And I always say, please, just let me know if I can do anything better. And you're the first person ever to give me actionable feedback.
This is why interacting with other people, introducing ourselves to people who are living life in a way that's totally different than we are. This is why it's powerful. Because sometimes people challenge you and it causes you to change and do things differently and be a better person because of that. It just seems they haven't dealt with their issues yet. Oh my gosh, don't get locked out.
Shit, you know what I think that
I
is?
love the use of light
Like way down there. You see
in
those, like, three
movies.
lights? 1, 2, 3.
This is beautiful.
I think yeah, so what are you thinking of doing when you get back to Binghamton? I want to make sure you're good and that you have like a plan. Sorry.
Great. I look forward to speaking to you in 6 months.
Oh man, that's harsh.
What does that mean?
I don't really want to start anything.
Okay, good, then don't.
Oh, we've all had arguments like this, haven't we?
We used to be
Yeah.
different. Like,
Benji, I have like a job and a family, and
No.
I don't have time to hang out with you all night, every night. You're like an all-encompassing person. I don't think you realize that.
Like, you like literally never visit me.
Oh my gosh, again, the tension. You just hold on to it, it becomes a grudge.
Sorry, you mean in Binghamton?
Yeah, man, that's where I live.
I'm busy, okay, and I live in New York City. Isn't it easier for you to come down to me? I just don't understand how you would ever do anything so stupid to yourself.
Man,
Benji, I don't want to lose you, okay?
There it is.
You see what happens when you walk into a room? I would give anything to know what it feels like to have charm
Oh
to
my
light up a
gosh.
room when I walk in.
Man, they have nailed these characters to a T. And again, I keep coming back to this idea of like, what do you do with all of this tension? Where do you put it when you don't sit with it? And I think it makes us resentful people. It makes us annoyed and frustrated easily. It makes us upset at small things. This movie just makes me think that we all need therapy. And I mean that in the most gentle and best kind of way. We all need to talk through our problems and talk through our pain.
that's so unremarkable.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what I pictured.
You know, she slapped me once, right?
What?
Yeah, Grandma slapped me. Yeah, well, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I got an idea.
But
Let's put a stone on the stoop.
she's not buried here.
Yeah, I know, but this is the last place she was in Poland. It's the last place any of us were.
I love this idea of putting a stone on something as remembrance, because you can find a really beautiful stone and it won't wither like flowers. But there's also something about like the stone almost being, heavy and a weight, and it's like you're remembering that person and that they still carry weight in your heart.
Ej! Zabierzcie te kamienie.
Oh, sorry, I don't. No.
I guess that's it.
This movie is doing such a good job at challenging, at least me, into asking myself, why do we feel the need to just move on from emotions so fast? Why do we feel the need to not feel so deeply, not feel others' pain, not for them as a burden, but just with them? This part of the movie where they separate is probably going to make me cry more than any other part.
Kick it here for a little while.
At the airport.
Yeah, kind of like it here. You meet the craziest people, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Grandma, the restaurant, you said it was like the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, but that was different, man. I was 18. I needed direction.
No, I know, that makes sense. I am so sorry.
This is just violence.
I know.
This
I thought it
is
was,
just
enlivened.
violence.
I don't know.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I love you, guy.
Love you too.
Oh, I'm gonna be fine. You know that?
You sure?
I'm worried about him too. I wouldn't want to let him out of my sight either. It's interesting because this movie has followed David's character the whole way through. We've rarely seen just Benji's character by himself. We're following David's character. So David's journey is the one we're supposed to be paying attention to. I'm just getting emotional watching him be there alone. Don't be the end. Do not be the end of the movie. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That was the end? Wow. Okay, so that was a real pain. I've really enjoyed this type of storytelling and cinematography. So much so that I will probably watch everything that Jesse Eisenberg directs from now on. My only qualms with the movie is that it was unresolved. I wanted more conversations, and I think that we need to be more aware of people and who in our lives is experiencing something deeply troubling and painful that they may not be showing it, right? It's okay to not feel happy all the time. The idea of letting yourself sit in the moment and respond to the emotions that you're feeling in that moment. Life is not fair, but we are stronger than the pain that life throws at us. Kieran Culkin, very deserving of his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Just incredible work challenging the viewer with a message that we can all resonate with. Who in our lives do we have that we would describe as a real pain? And then there's also this just like heavy nostalgic element to this movie where it's like when they were kids, they clearly had a different relationship than they do now. But now there's just all of this tension and frustration, and they've both changed so much that they can't get back to who they were. I really, really enjoyed just talking about that and confronting that reality in my own life and just thinking about the people in my life that I'm like, I don't want to be embarrassed about them anymore because that's not fair to them. I feel as if movies like this should sit with us for a little bit and take some time to digest and to really feel. I really love talking about movies and the heavier themes that they require of us, the questions that they require of us to answer in our own lives. When the movie is over, what are we left with? And this movie did a really good job of that. So let me know how you feel about this movie in the comments if you've seen it. Anyways, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, consider hitting the like button. It really helps me out. Or even consider subscribing if you want to join our movie commentary community where we just talk about movies. We have a good time watching them and discussing their greater themes. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. That is basically a 5-star movie to me. It felt like an experience.